Hello everyone, once again you're welcome in my YouTube channel. So today I want to discuss you about to train your brain think in English. So this is the good topic for you. If you do this kind of practice, definitely your English will be good. Also this thing I'm applying every day. I'm trying to learn new things in this practice through means train your brain think in English means you have to think in English. Whatever you do, whatever you think, whatever you do in whole day, try to think in English. Whatever you read, whatever you watch, and then you have to speak. You have to try to think in English. If you do this kind of practice, definitely your English will be better. What happens if you think again and again that things what you have gained before time means reading, through watching, through listening, this thing you think in English, then what happens? Your brain will learn many things, means capture many things whatever you have learned before time. So this thing really helpful for everyone. Yes, whatever you do in your daily life, try to think in English and try to speak. If you do this kind of practice, then you can make your brain think in English. So it is very necessary for everyone. If anybody do this kind of practice, definitely their English will be good. So also I do every day. I have been learning English last 12 years, but I have kept my mind to you have to think in English. So whenever I get time, so I think in English. Whenever I go to another place, so that time I do speaking practice, means mindly I do not speaking practice, but all time I try to think in English how to speak anything. So this kind of practice I do continue. That is the reason now I'm able to speak English, because I do every day English practice. I haven't left any day for learning, means I do every day English practice. That is the reason I'm able to speak. In this time I'm speaking in front of camera, because I do lots of practice every time. That's why I'm able to speak now. So if anybody wants to become a fluent speaker, means you do not want to stop while speaking, then you have to do this kind of practice. If you do this kind of activity, then definitely your English will be better. I know that everyone's English is better, but that person not able to speak in fluent way. What is the reason? Lack of practice, means speaking practice less of. If anybody do lack lots of practice, means speaking, whatever mind runs, if you think again and you speak, then any person can become a good speaker in English non-stop speaking. If you do this kind of practice, your mind will be active, and suddenly will come your mind different things, different knowledges. Then you can able to speak fluent way. This is the reason I'm able to speak. This thing I do practice this kind of practice. In this time I'm doing practice because in this time I'm thinking and I'm speaking whatever my mind is running, and that thing I'm speaking here in front of the camera. If anybody do this kind of practice, definitely that person can able to speak in fluent way. In this time I'm talking about train your brain in thinking in English, means you have to make a habit of thinking, and you have to make a habit of speaking. You have to give your mind your mind, you have to give some suggestion, means you have to think in English. Then definitely your mind will started thinking. If you do this kind of practice, definitely any person become a good speaker, because every day we observe many things, we learn many things. So if anybody want to become a good speaker, then they must do reading practice, listening practice, watching English content. It is necessary, it is compulsory. If you do not do this kind of activity, you will not learn new things. Then we have to learn heavy new things related to English. If you watch English content, means you are learning. Then you have to practice thinking practice, speaking practice. You have to do speaking practice with partner, anyone. If you do this kind of practice, then you can able to speak English. This thing you have to do every day if you want to become a fluent speaker. That's why I say that every then you have to follow this thing. If you follow this thing, then you are any person can able to speak. And in this time I'm able to speak because of I do practice every day. So okay, I'll meet you another video. I will tell you another things. Okay, till now, bye.